Gentlemen, what is going on? Hope you're all doing well and amazing today. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope we're doing good. And if you're tuning in right now to this training, to this podcast, I should say, hashtag I'm here in the comments. If you're watching a little bit later on the replay, hashtag replay. Not going to lie, today's topic will be a little bit heavier. We'll be talking about some depression, some anxiety, some negative thoughts maybe you're having, because this is kind of just like a theme I'm really hearing and seeing with a lot of conversations that I'm in with guys that are just struggling with what we're going to talk about today, and not really in shape physically but also mentally, and really struggling. So I kind of want to uncover this. I want to unpack it today because it's going to help you out. It really will. And what I want you to do is hashtag I'm here. If you're watching live right now, if you're on the replay, hashtag replay. And we'll start this podcast up. Stay the whole time. It's going to be a good one. And I'm going to talk about some perspectives that will definitely help you out if you're kind of suffering with this, with the negative thoughts and the toxic thoughts, depression, anxiety. This will help you out. So make sure you are staying tuned in and we will get this going. We'll get it going. All right. So let me start this up. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Men's Fat Loss Made Easy podcast. I'm here to give you the best tips and tricks that you could use on your fat loss journey. Today, we're going to be talking about, gentlemen, how we're going to end your suffering and depression right now, today, right? And I want to meet you where you're at in terms of where you're at right now in life, because right now you're probably tuning in, you're probably listening, and you struggle with some things we're going to talk about, some things in the title in terms of just like suffering mentally, physically, right? Kind of being depressed sometimes. And then this is leaking into your energy, your motivation, your physical health, right? Out of shape, kind of out of breath, because we have those negative thoughts, right? And really, your outside body and your reflection on life is just a reflection of just what's going on inside. So if you have these depressive thoughts and anxious thoughts, and it's happening frequently, and you're negative about yourself, you have negative self-talk about yourself and about where you're going in life, right? That's going to show on the outside. You're going to struggle in your career. You'll struggle with your health. You'll kind of be up and down. Some weeks will be really good with work and energy and productivity. Then some weeks we're really off. Some weeks we're good. Some weeks we're off. Some days we're solid, and then we're off track again, right? And you have these inconsistencies. And gentlemen, I was there, right? When I was 30 pounds heavier, right? I was not in a good mental state. And I talked about this before, but it came to a point where it's like I was just so caught up in my head and overworking myself, because I kept telling myself every day, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing more. I'm not capable. So I would just outwork myself, and I was still not getting any results because I was just so stressed out. And it came to a point I was getting bloody noses in school, like every period, just because like my head was banging with migraines and headaches, because I had these depressive thoughts. I had these negative thoughts, and that's true. I did. And I would look in the mirror and I'd just be like, I'm just not good enough. I'm not capable. And a lot of you guys tell yourselves the same thing. I'm not good enough to start that fitness program, to try and lose weight again, to join this mentorship, right? To get this promotion, to get this pay raise. I'm just not good enough, right? I'm just not capable. I failed in the past. I'm probably going to fail again. And that's the story you're telling yourself, but it's not even true, guys. It's not even true. That's the story that you're writing. But the best part is you are the author of your own book, and you can rewrite the next chapter. And like for me right now, I'll be honest, like I still have some negative thoughts. Honestly, more in these past few months, I'm just going to be honest, than usual. And sometimes, right, like when things are going good, our brain just like wants to find bad. Our brain is just meant to solve problems. So we're going to find anything that we can stress about to keep our mind busy. And so we have to rewire and rework our thoughts in our brain. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, because I'd be lying to say, oh, I'm perfect, I'm so strong, I don't struggle with this. I do. I struggle with sometimes anxiety and the negative self-talk and a lot of the things that you're going through right now. And I'm going to talk about some things that really help me that I teach to all my clients as well. And I know will help you. And it really comes down to perspective. I'm not going to tell you to sit in the mirror and meditate for 57 minutes a day. Like that's, meditation is great. I do it every day. I tried it. But it really comes down to a perspective. And what I'll tell you right now, gentlemen, when it comes to your suffering, your depression, anxiety, first, you have to make the decision that enough is enough. You have to make the decision that enough is enough, that this is not serving you. And if you're watching live right now, I appreciate you. Comment in the comment section. If you have a chat box available for you, all right, comment enough is enough. Because the life you're living right now, right, and the thoughts that you're having, it's fully under your control. And you have to realize if you're going down the wrong path, emotionally, mentally, physically, you have to first look in the mirror, be like, enough is enough. This is not serving me. And a lot of you are like, oh, I tried that. It's easier said than done. And I get it. Well, what if I told you you had 21 days to live? How would you operate differently if you had 21 days to live, 30 days, 60, 90 days, and that's it? Would you be thinking about that thing you're always stressed about? Those small things you always get caught up about? Would you be overwhelmed and overthinking and overstressed if you had 2 weeks to fucking live? Probably not. You'd be more present. You'd soak it all in. You'd stay grounded. You'd want to be happy. You would work diligently to make sure that you are shielding off negative thoughts. That's how you have to live your life. That's a breakthrough I had because when we, think about stress and, overwhelm, it's usually on the little things that don't matter in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So how would you operate differently? How would you think differently if you had 2 weeks to freaking live? You wouldn't be stressed out about all this little stuff. So that's a perspective I want you to adopt right there. All right. Next thing I want you to think about, gentlemen, is would you treat your best friend in the whole world? Maybe you've known them since high school, preschool, right? Colleague, family member, right? Relative. Would you treat your best friend the way you treat yourself now? Because the way you treat yourself now, gentlemen, negative thoughts, overweight, eating like shit, not consistent, not working out, and like the things that you tell yourself, you're not capable, you're not worthy, you can't start this business, you can't get this promotion, you can't get this pay raise, you shouldn't join that program, you're going to fail. Would you tell your best friend that as well? If your best friend came up to you and was like, listen, man, I'm trying to get a promotion, right? I have this fitness program. I really want to join it, right? I'm trying to lose 30 pounds. I really want to feel good. Would you be like, nope, yeah, it's not going to happen. You're probably going to fail. Would you say that? No. You'd be encouraging, supportive. So why aren't you doing that to yourself? Something to really think about. You have to become your own best friend. Treat yourself as you would treat a good friend. All right. And last thing I want you to think about when it comes to treating people, how would you treat the younger version of yourself? How would you act to them? If the younger version of you, I learned this from a good friend, if the younger version of you, right, the you that is 3, 4, 5 years old, comes up to you right now, present day, and was like, I can't wait till I get older. I want to do this and start this, and I want to be in shape, and I want to feel mentally good. And I mean, a 5-year-old probably is not going to use that verbiage, but like they want to be happy and feeling good and thriving in their career, right? Would you tell them, nope, not going to happen? Sorry. Forget about that. You're not capable enough. You're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. Would you tell the 4-year-old version of you that right now? That's what you're doing. You're just a little bit older. So really rethink your perspective, how you're treating yourself and your thoughts. And that will rearrange everything about depression, anxiety, and work on yourself, right? I know it's pretty, I don't want to say cliche or generic, but you have to be working on your body. You have to be eating right if you want to get out of depressive states, if you want to get out of anxious states. It is mindset. The things we talked about today, super important, right? But also complementing that with a healthy lifestyle. And if you do that, I'll let you know right now, gentlemen, you're not going to change overnight. You're not going to wake up the next day. You're not going to work on your mindset, do a meditation, work out, eat healthy. And the next day, you're going to be like, wow, I feel amazing. It will happen over time, though. It will happen over time, 100%. So let's stay consistent with that. All right. And maybe for you, this is a podcast, this is a live training that you have to listen to a few times. It's like watching that movie. You have to watch it like 10 times. You pick something up every time you watch it. Like, this is something you need to really implement. All right. So I hope this made sense. I hope this helped. I'll leave you with this. You have two options. You could keep going down the path you're on right now, which is not serving you at all, and you're not happy when you look in the mirror before you go to bed. Or you can finally make that change. Say enough is enough. Start living your life differently. Start thinking differently. Have a perspective change. And we're going to have a conversation soon about how you're looking better, feeling great. And I'm going to be so excited for you. We're going to celebrate. All right. So that is it. Much love. I appreciate you. If you're on the podcast right now, make sure you follow me live next time. Danny Cavs4 is the Instagram, Danny CAVS4. Facebook is Danny Cavallaro. That's Danny CAVALLARO. That is it. God bless and have the best day of your life. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Boom. That is it, gentlemen. That is a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're still here right now, that means you are live. I appreciate you. And hey, hopefully this really hit home for you. All right. Some important things that we definitely went over. And if you're kind of struggling with this and you've been battling with staying healthy mentally, physically, and you just need that accountability, you need that motivation, right? You're like, wow, this guy is motivational for 10 minutes. I can only imagine if we did this consistently. Yeah, reach out. I'll see what I can do to help, point you in the right direction, and we will go from there. All right. But hopefully this helped. God bless you, fam. Talk to you soon and have the best day of your life. Bye-bye.